Howdy friends, welcome to the Mid-Tempo Jam. Tyler Grant here. Welcome back if you're coming from the slow jam and you're feeling good and warmed up and ready to tackle some mid-tempo songs. So we're going to start with 30 Years of Farming in the key of G. I typically do this in the fast jam. I figured we'd give it a shot here, slowing it down a little bit for the mid-tempo. And you're in the key of G, and it goes. And a 1 and 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 4 and 4 and 1. 1 and 1, 1 and a 1 and a 2 to the 5. 1 and 1, 1 and 1 and a 4, 4 and 1. 1 and 1 and 1 and a 1 and a 5 and 1. Right? Okay. So my kickoff might go something like. It's a long form, and the melody is very simple. It doesn't really move around that much. So there's a lot of room for licks in there. So you can do a lot of improv on this kickoff if you would like. So let's see here. A good tempo for this song. Right about there. So why don't you go ahead and kick us off in the key of G on 30 Years of Farming. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's a little white note on the gate by the road that a man put up yesterday. And when we saw it, we all ran out just to see what it had to say. And when we read it, our eyes filled with tears and they fell to the cold hard clay. Something about a mortgage, something about foreclosure, something about failure to pay. Oh, and on the post by the general store they put up a little sign. An auction sale, day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years of day to day. Oh, my daddy stopped talking the day the farm was auctioned. There was nothing left to say. I got it. freely down as she walked among the flowers in the yard. And every number the auctioneer called was like a blow to her precious heart. And every number the auctioneer called meant another thing was sold that day. Till everything was auctioned, and we all stood there watching as they loaded it and drove it away. Oh, and on the post by the general store they put up a little sign. An auction sale day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years of day to day. Oh, my daddy stopped talking the day the farm was auctioned. There was nothing left to say. Play. Day's first dawning, when we awoke next morning, there was nothing for us to do. Nothing in the granary, no hay in the meadow, no cattle, no tractor, no tools. So we loaded up the car, took clothes that we wore, and a few things we managed to save. Mama read from the book, we took one last look, and then we drove away. Oh, and on the post by the general store they put up a little sign. An auction sale day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years of day to day. Oh, my daddy stopped talking the day the farm was auctioned. There was nothing left to say. A sad and mournful song, but a fun one to play. And that was written by Fred Eaglesmith. And of course, James King did the bluegrass version with Dudley Connell singing tenor. Okay, I'm going to double check on the live stream here, see if we're on. I sure hope we are. And next on the list is Oh Susanna. Hey, why not? It's a great song, and it works wonderfully as a bluegrass number. Okay, we are on. We're up and running. Go ahead and let me know where you are, what you're doing, what you're playing. Okay, looks like we're up and running on the Facebook and the YouTube. Wonderful. Okay, so next, Oh Susanna in G. And we're going to kind of bluegrass this up, of course. It's the bluegrass jam. So, 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1, 1, 5 and 1. 1 and a 1, 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and a 1 and 5 and 1. 4 and 4 and 1 and a 5. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 5 and 1. Okay, so I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee, and that's where the break starts. So there's enough room for a G run or a lick after that. Banjo on my knee. So you'll play the verse and the chorus on the kickoff. And let's do it. Banjo on my knee. Right about there. Maybe just a tick or two quicker. And this is one of those melodies that I expect anyone who practices music to know this one. It's one of these standard melodies, right? So kick us off in the key of G on Oh Susanna. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. It rained so hard the day I left that the rivers did run dry. Sun so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh Susanna, now don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. I got it. I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I dreamed I saw Susanna deer coming over the hill. A buckwheat cake was in her mouth and a tear was in her eye. I'm a-coming from the south, Susanna, don't you cry. Don't Susanna, now don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. Play it. I'll go down to New Orleans and there I'll look around, and if I do not find her I will fall upon the ground, and if I do not find her then I will surely die, and when I'm dead and buried, oh Susanna, don't you cry. Oh Susanna, now don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. Oh Susanna, cry for me, for I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. Hey, nice, just a fun song, right? Stephen Foster, of course, one of the one of the great classic melodies of all time in American music, and people might think of that song as a kid's song or a kitschy song. It is a kitschy song, but it's just so fun. It's just so great. All right, how are we doing on the YouTube channel? Any chance you got a code for True Fire 2? I don't have one for True Fire. T. Dodger Martin, the coolest name on YouTube. Hey there. Dig Buddha 86. Thanks for being here. I'm Michael LeBlue, picking your D28. Right on. Lucky. Bob Dickinson, the mid-tempo on the Dobro from Richmond. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Mike. How we doing on YouTube land? Hi, Sage. You're back. Hi, David in New Mexico. You're back. Hi, Sandy. The International Jam Group. That's right. Hey, we're pulling people together. Jamming without borders. Jammers without borders, right? That's us. Hi, Lee. And speaking of, down in Mexico. Hi, John. Thumping along on the bass. Right on. Hi, Eric from Victoria, BC on the double bass. Excellent. I'll try to keep good time for you. Hi, Brian in Kansas City. Hey, Jennifer in Howard, Colorado. Teresa, hello. It is a Fred Eaglesmith tune, that's correct. Hey, Bill Farmer. Thumping the Chapman stick. I love that. I've never heard a Chapman stick in a bluegrass band. Hi, Nina. Rough noise as I strum. Well, hopefully, make sure you're in like actual speakers. I have the heater on here, which is making a little bit of humming in the room. I'm in San Diego, California, San Diego County. We're in this tiny town called Hamul, where I grew up, and it's Southern California, nice weather, but it gets so cold in this house we have to run the heater. It's an old adobe house my great grandparents built, and we're in the hillside, so it's like a cave. Hopefully that sound will reconcile itself for you. Hi, Mark Morris, jamming the mandolin with us. Awesome. Up in Silver Plume, is that where you live now? Hi, Rebecca from Eagle. Hi, Darlene in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont, where it's freezing cold, I'm sure. Hey, Brian there, playing a new axe in Superior, Colorado. Well, my heart goes out to all your neighbors and everyone who lost their homes. What a tragedy in Colorado. Chris in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Hi, Nina in New Mexico. Linda in Sisters, Oregon. Hey there, Scott in Orange County. And hello, Julie. Great. Thank you all for chiming in. Let's stay in touch and lift each other up and keep on picking and having a good time. So Dixie Hoedown here in the key of G. Instrumental. One and a one and a five and a five. One and a one and a four and a four. One and a five and a one. That's the A part. Now the B part, there's different versions. I do this. 1, 1 and 3 minor, 2 minor, 1, 5, 5, 5 and 1 again. 1 and a 3 minor, 2 minor, 1, 5, 5 and a 1. Okay, so being an instrumental, I'm going to kick it off. And let's play it 3 times through all the way. And let's see, what's a good tempo here? Let's stay right where we're at. We won't start pushing tempo yet till we move a little further down the list. Okay, here we go. Dixie Hoedown. Me, you, me, you, me, you. 3 times each, and then you tag it at the end. And I'll kick it off with some good old taters here. In G. Cool. Dixie Hoedown. Fun, fun tune. Okay, Down Where the River Bends in B flat. I love singing this song. I'm gonna capo 3 and play G position. Now I learned this from Peter Rowan on the Old In the Way, one of their live recordings, and it was written by, I think, I forgot the composer, but for Johnny and Jack. I think they were the original artists. Okay, so this goes like this. And a one, and then a four, and a one, and a five, and a one, to the four, and a one, five, and a one. That's the whole thing. And the melody's a little different on the chorus. But anyhow, if I'm kicking it off, I'll go. Something like that. So this is going to be a good bit slower than where we've been. Let's find a tempo here. Even slower than that. Tears from my eyes. Okay. Here we go. So kick us off in the key of B flat on Down Where the River Bends. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's hard to keep the tears from my eyes, for this may be our last goodbye. Your country calls you to defend this great land, so do your part, just like a man. Down with God's help, we'll meet again under the same old sycamore tree, proud of each other in the land of the free. I got it. I'll go down to the ocean blue and get just as close as I came to you. The ocean wide may keep us apart, but it can't keep you here from out of my heart. under the same old sycamore tree, proud of each other in the land of the free. Hey. If the worst should happen and the poppies wave all over your far and distant lonely grave, the rest of my life I will spend in prayer and meet you in heaven. There'll be no war there. Down with God's help, we'll meet again under the same old sycamore tree, proud of each other in the land of the free, proud of each other in the land of the free. Cool. There's a little more of an elaborate ending on that Old in the Way recording, but that's just a straight up bluegrass ending for you. Down Where the River Bends. Just a great song. Okay, another great song, Little Annie. This is kind of a regular around here, one of our pet songs, right? Because it's pretty standard and because it's just good practice playing this one, and this is also going to be a bit of a longer form. We're going to go ahead and play all the way through the verse and the chorus, okay, on our breaks. So let me explain. Find a tempo there. And I'm going to get in tune first. Put new strings on last night. Hey, the old Martin needed some new strings. Sound nice with new strings. Some old Martins sound good with really old thuddy strings, and this one does, but it sounds really good with new strings. So Little Annie, and in C, and a 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. Then the chorus. 5 and 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 4 and a 5 and a 5 and a 1. So on your kickoff, you're just going to do a verse. But on our breaks, we're going to go all the way through the verse and the chorus. So my kickoff goes something like... finding a way to navigate those little major scale melodies in a hip kind of cool way, right? Okay, here we go. Kick us off on Little Annie. So yeah, you're gonna kick us off just on a verse, but when we get to the breaks, I'll take a verse chorus, and when we get to your break, you'll take a whole verse chorus as well. In the key of C. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Once more, little Annie, I must leave you. We shall part at the end of the lane. But promise me, little Annie, you'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. When the springtime comes on the mountain and the wildflowers scattered o'er the plain, I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. I got it. When the sun shines down on the mountain and the wild sheep are wandering all alone, and the birds and the bees are humming, makes me think springtime won't be very long. When the springtime comes on the mountain and the wildflowers are scattered o'er the plain, I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. Play. Now the springtime is here, little lady. I am on my way back to the lane where you promised me, little Annie, you'd be waiting when the springtime comes again. When the springtime comes on the mountain and the wildflowers scattered o'er the plain, I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. All right. Cool, little Annie. Good old song. How is everybody doing out there? Any updates? Hi, Tony Cook in Austin, Texas. Hi, Robert in Cornersville, Tennessee. Hi, Orrin. Thank you for playing along. Hi, Julie. Hi, Scott in Orange County. Cool. Got some Facebook action going. Hi, Randy Martin in Denver. Dodger Martin in Va Beach. Hey, Michael. Cool. Hey, you know, it's all encouraging. You know, I'm in the same boat. We all have these standards we set for ourselves, and we're usually a little under those. So we're aspiring for the next level. So take comfort. You know, don't take it easy on yourself. Self-kindness. Hey, voice sounding better. Thank you. I'm working on my singing. I really am. I'm trying to drink my tea. A year of not drinking has helped. And, you know, I try to get my singing to the level where my guitar playing is. That's my goal. Okay, thanks so much, everybody. Don't be strangers out there. And we're going to go to Been All Around This World in the key of C. Now, this, I don't know if we've done this at the Play-Along Jam yet, but this is a cool sort of bluegrassy version of the song. which some of you might know a different version, but here's how it goes. In C, 1 and 1 and 5 and a 1, 5 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1, 4 and a 4, 1 and a 1, 5 and a 1. Okay, so one more time. 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1, 5 and 1 and 4 and a 1, 4 and 4, 1 and a 1, 5 and a 1. So if I'm kicking it off, and let me sing a verse so you hear this in context. Working on the new railroad with the mud up to my knees. Working on the new railroad with the mud up to my knees. Working for old John Henry, you know he's so hard to please. I've been all around this world. That's why it has that quick little 5-1. Been all around this world. So I'll find a tempo and then I'll play you a sample kickoff. Those 2 5 chords in a row are kind of sneaky. So, and we're going to up our game here, tempo-wise. So my kickoff would go something like 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here you go. Kick us off in the key of C on Been All Around This World. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Working on the new railroad with the mud up to my knees. Working on the new railroad with the mud up to my knees. Working for old John Henry, you know he's so hard to please. I've been all around this world. Mama and Papa, baby sister makes 3. Mama and Papa and baby sister makes 3. Drag me down to the gallows, boys, it'll be the end of me. I've been all around this world. I got it. Up on the Blue Ridge Mountains, well, there I'll take my stand. On the Blue Ridge Mountains, there I'll take my stand. A rifle on my shoulder, 6-shooter in my hand. I've been all around this world. Play it. Now hang me, so I'll be dead and gone. Hang me now, hang me, so I'll be dead and gone. It's not sheer hanging that I mind, but to wait around the jail so long. I've been all around this world. I'll play it. Lulu, my Lulu, come on and open the door. Lulu, my Lulu, come and open the door. Before I have to walk on in with my old 44. I've been all around this world. Play. Blue Ridge Mountains, well, there I'll take my stand. On the Blue Ridge Mountains, there I'll take my stand. A rifle on my shoulder, 6-shooter in my hand. I've been all around this world. All right. Been all around this world. Fun, right? Just a fun song. And I was talking about the Garcia version, right? The old Grateful Dead slow. That a lot of pickers know that version. And a lot of them know this one too, but I don't hear it that often, at least in the US. I've heard it quite a bit in other countries. Okay, next, Bill Cheatum in A. I'm going to be capo 2. I dare you to play it open if you're a guitar player or a banjo player. This one just kind of works really well capoed. So just a brief run through. This is one of those fiddle tunes you just kind of got to know. But if you're winging it, that's great. That's the bluegrass way. If you don't know this one, I'd encourage you to come back and learn it. And I'll just run you through the changes. 1 and 1, 1 and a 1 and a 4 and 4, 4 and 4, 1 and 1, 1 and a 1 and 4, 4, 5, 1 and 1, 1 and a 1 and 4, 4, 4 and 1, 1 and a 1, 4, 4, 5 and 1, 4, 5, 1, 1, 4, 1 and 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. 1, 4, 5 and a 1, 1, 4, 1 and 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 1, 1 and a 5 and a 1. Okay, so just to give us a little time to stretch out, let's play it 4 times through. I'll kick us off right at the same tempo we were there. I'll kick us off and we'll play 4 times. Me, you, me, you, me, you, me, you, and then you tag it at the end, okay? Here we go, Bill Cheatum in A. right, cool. Well, 4 times kind of makes you stretch out a little bit. And this has always been a tricky one for me, and I used to have this thing. Something like that. So it's good to like kind of have something up your sleeve for these kind of tunes. And then of course there's the like cool arrangement, like David Greer's arrangement of that. So, but it never hurts to just play the straight melody. But I kind of make you play it several times through just to, and you don't get to do this at a regular jam, right? You might get 1 break or 2 breaks when you're going around the circle. But it's fun to kind of force yourself to stretch out on a tune like this and get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Okay, don't give your heart to a Rambler. I had to print out the lyrics because it's been a while. This was a request in honor of J.D. Crowe. And a 1 and a 1 and a 4. We're in A, right? Let me double check. Yep, in A. Okay. 1 and a 1 and a 4. And 5 and a 5 and a 1. And a 1 and a 1 and a 4. And a 5 and a 5 and a 1. That's the whole thing. If I'm kicking it off, it might go something like. That would be a little shout out to J.D. Crowe on that lick at the end there. So this is going to be a slower tempo, I believe. Let's see where we're at. Yep, definitely. This is a rollicking little slow tempo. I wouldn't even call this mid-tempo. This is slow. A little slower than that yet. Don't give your heart to a Rambler, little girl. That's about right. Okay, so kick us off here in the key of A. Don't give your heart to a rambling little girl. Kick us off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Don't fall in love with me, darling, I'm a rambler. Although you're the sweetest sweetheart in this world, it's all for your sake, dear, that I'm leaving. Don't give your heart to a rambler, little girl. I got it. Well, I handed you a line, dear, and I'm sorry, but you were just a little sweeter than the rest. Believe me when I say I don't want to hurt you or do anything to mar your happiness. Don't fall in love with me, darling, I'm a rambler. Although you're the sweetest sweetheart in this world, it's all for your sake, dear, that I'm leaving. Don't give your heart to a rambler, little girl. Play it. darling, or the lure of the road on my mind. But I'm bound to hear that whistle of the freight train and the boxcars as they rattle down the line. Don't fall in love with me, darling, I'm a rambler. Although you're the sweetest sweetheart in this world, it's all for your sake, dear, that I'm leaving. Don't give your heart to a rambler, little girl. Just like that. All right, well, I can't sing it quite like Jimmy Martin or Tony Rice or Keith Whitley. Have you heard the Keith Whitley version from the J.D. Crowe and the New South Live in Japan album? Oh man, Keith was just on fire in those days singing this kind of music. Okay, we got one more song here. This will be a challenge vocally for me, and we're gonna give it a go. The Old Montana Cowboy from Vern Williams, right? There's some California connection for you. So remember to come right on back for the fast jam. The point is to get comfortable at fast tempos by adjusting what you play. You don't have to be a fast player. Now, I myself am not a naturally fast player. I've had to work on it really, really hard. And I work on it regularly. You know, trying to be able to play at upper bluegrass tempos. Now, we're not pushing anything faster than it goes. We're just going to be playing songs at their actual tempo, as we're doing in this jam. Most of these songs, except for the first couple maybe, are at their actual tempo, because these are mid-tempo songs, right? That one was pretty slow tempo, I'd say. But in the fast jam, we're doing songs that actually do go by fast. We're not trying to push anything. We're just trying to get ready for those situations when we're called on to play. Like when you get called on to sit in with Billy Strings and do How Mountain Girls Can Love, you better be ready, right? Or if you're just at any old jam session with some good players and they kick off, you know, The Old Home, or I'm Going Back to the Old Home, or these songs, Roll My Sweet Baby's Arms is a fast bluegrass song. It goes by fast. So we're trying to get you ready for those situations so you don't have to just sit out. There's things you can do to adjust your playing. Play something simpler, but hang with those tempos and stay relaxed. So this is the challenge for everyone on the fast jam. If you're not like a fast, advanced style player, this is your opportunity to get used to those tempos. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so in the key of A, Montana Cowboy goes, and a 1, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1, and a 4, and a 4, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1, and a 4, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1. Okay, 41-51 in the chorus, and a 15-15 on the verse. 1-5, 1-5. So if let's find a tempo, and then I'll play you a sample kickoff. And this song does tend to go by, you know, fast-ish. Let's do it about right there. So if I'm kicking this off, I might do something like 1, 2, 3. Something like that. I'm going to take a deep breath here and we're going to give this a try. Kick us off on the Old Montana Cowboy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. lone hand. I rode my horse in this strange land until one day I stopped for a while for two blue eyes and a sunny smile. So hail away, oh coyote, I hear you sad and lonesome song, calling me back to old Montana, back to those hills where I belong. I got it. One day I rode away from home. I'm a traveling back, but it won't be long. I'll see you after a while. You're my darling sweet, my sunny smile. So hail away, oh coyote, I hear your sad and lonesome song, calling me back on Montana, back to those hills where I belong. Play it. I'll take it. Here's the first verse again. For many long years I played a lone hand. I rode my horse in this strange land until one day I stopped for a while for two blue eyes and a sunny smile. So hail away, oh coyote, I hear your sad and lonesome song, calling me back to old Montana, back to those hills where I belong. All right, well, I'm no Vern Williams or Tim O'Brien, but it's fun to sing that song. And we do have coyotes out here. We hear them every night down in the canyon. Grew up hearing that sound. I remember the first time I heard a coyote when I was a kid, and just was terrified. I'm like, what is that? It didn't sound like a dog to me. It sounded like some kind of freaky spirit howling out there. But you know, we love our wild animals around here, and our wild places, and our wild, high, lonesome bluegrass songs. So thanks you all so much. Stick around for the fast jam. It's coming up at 1:15, so you got some time to warm up on those fast tempos. That's what I'm going to do, and I'll see you there.